Looking good.
Yes.
I'm very strong.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Please welcome.
Lionel Johnson, member of the board of directors.
Your Excellency.
Yeah.
We likely the behavior of the voters. We 19 members will give some specifics. I'm just taking that broadly. These are the areas we want to have conversation with your team.
NDI and us go a long way back. That's the only way you can have a democratic country.
Just to commit that the youths will take their 30%, the women are entitled to that 30%, and then there are firm commitments to the charter. You have noticed we are the only coalition which has the and
Okay. This team is combined IRI and NDI?
Yes.
Huh?
In elections, yes. In election day, will.
The president?
It's important for you to vote
How are you, sir?
Good to see you. You're doing well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Goodluck, my just brother. So you really went.
When I was here, I came on Sunday, but I made it tonight.
Oh, you made it tonight. Back home?
Yes.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. Asante. Thank you very much.
Maybe a photo.
Kepsa is working closely with campaigns to basically have a platform where both presidential candidates publicly commit and sign to abide by the code of conduct for political parties. Essentially, this will send a message. We know you're committed, we know the other candidates committed too, but the message it will send to supporters of both camps is very, very powerful. We just wanted to find out if you really participate in something.
I already told the KEPSA leadership that I was available a long time ago to sign that charter. I'm waiting for the date, and I will be available. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
There is an issue that is currently outstanding on the voters register. Whether we will have the digital or electronic voters register, or we will use a manual register, or both. Our position is that we have come a long way in matters technology, that we believe that an electronic register will work. It's not easy to manipulate. It is not subject to games. And we think there are sufficient safeguards around it to make it credible. Unless somebody comes forward with credible information that it's not, we have no reason to doubt the electronic register. Is it called electronic register?
Yes.
Yeah.
The KIMS kit.
Yeah, the KIMS kit. Yeah. So we have absolutely no issue with that, and we think we should proceed in that manner. However, if the IEBC make a decision that both the electronic register and the manual register will be available, we equally don't have much of an issue. We will only have to be much more vigilant to make sure that the manual register is not abused. To stuff ballot boxes and those kind of things. In the last election, myself and my boss, the president, were on the same side. In this election, we are on different sides. From where I sit, I am running more against my boss than his candidate. And that's the real complication. Because The president is the chairman of the party where my competitor is now running. We have confidence in the IEBC to deliver this election. We believe that the people of Kenya have come a long way to understand what democracy is, and that we are going to make choices. And we have every confidence in the people of Kenya to make that choice on the 9th of August. And we have said unequivocally that we will respect the decision and the choice of the people of Kenya as a side. The Kenya Kwanza side, which I am the candidate, I have on their behalf made that commitment that we want a peaceful election. We want a democratic, credible election, and we are preparing ourselves for it. We have done our bit in preparing ourselves for that election. I must say that yesterday I said I congratulate my competitor because for the first time 2 days ago he committed that he will accept the outcome of the election, which he has never in his political career. So I think we will have a peaceful election. With that commitment, we're going to have a peaceful election, because that's normally the problem. That when the people of Kenya decide this way or the other, if the candidates are not democratic enough to accept the outcome of that election, and if they have any issues, proceed to the institutions that are available for dispute resolution, then we normally have a problem if people are not willing to go that route. So I think we have confidence in the IEBC. There are issues, like there will be issues in every election, concerns here, concerns there, and we have agreed with the IEBC that as and when we come across issues that are of concern to us, we will raise it with them and see whether we can work out solutions. So far, so good. I believe that the participation of the international community and friends through the observers like yourselves is a very critical plank to making sure that we have a believable election. So we welcome your participation alongside many others. We believe that you bring a lot of value to this election by making sure that there are other people who are watching what we are doing. And I would really encourage that we have as many observers deployed in as many counties as is possible. It may not be possible to have them everywhere, but it would be good to have them in as many places as is practically possible. The ideal should be to cover the country as much as is possible amongst the observers. That way you can assist us in vouching for the credibility of the election, the fairness of the election, and that kind of thing. Elections being a motive everywhere, and especially in Kenya, where the level of political awareness is very high. We have probably the most political population this side of the world. Every Kenyan knows what it is. They know who is contesting. They know what they stand for. They have quite a lot of information. I mean the majority, not of course not everybody, but I can say a very big majority of Kenyans know what it is that they are going into. And that being the case, the level of awareness, it also means that if things don't go right, they know things have not gone right. You know, it's not easy to fool people that things went right when they know it didn't. So we have another group of observers there also. The people themselves are, maybe those ones will assist you. We have had incidences of violence. Around our campaign. We have raised those issues with the IEPC. And this is violence targeted at our campaign. We had a serious incident in Kisumu when I visited Kisumu, and a lot of people were injured and many vehicles destroyed, including my own vehicle. Unfortunately, the police did not do much. We have had also an incident where my competitor his chopper was stoned in Eldoret, in Uasin Gishu. We made a very firm statement ourselves to disown that kind of violence and to ask the police to take action. We've had the latest incident here in Nairobi where our meeting was disrupted, though we managed to continue with the meeting. Orchestrated violence. On that particular incident, I must commend the police. They did the best they could. I think it's good to give credit to them. So we hope that we can limit these incidences of violence. Again, we must give ourselves credit. They are far much fewer than we have witnessed in the past, which is again a very positive development. Mr. President, you said we raised some concern. The only concern from where we sit is the police. We do not doubt the capacity of the police to handle the situation. We don't doubt that. We doubt the command. We have a serious problem with the command of the police. We have the most incompetent Inspector General of Police, I think, in the world. The most incompetent in the whole world. And that's a big problem. His incompetence may not necessarily play out when things are working, but when things get to a head and you need some decisions to be made, I can tell you for sure, the gentleman we have as an IG cannot make any decision. He simply doesn't have the capacity to make any decision. So the current command of the police is done by others. The IG is supposed to be an independent office. But if he cannot discharge that responsibility, it means it's being discharged by people who don't run independent offices. And to be honest, the current IG is the president of Kenya, who is the leader of Azimio. So, if you put yourselves in our shoes, if the IG is also a competitor in the election, you know, where do you start? That's where the problem is. Our concern is when the chips are down and a decision has to be made on some critical elements of the election. If it is the president to make those decisions, and he is already the chairman of our competition, your guess is as good as mine.
From the way we look at this election, the gender factor appears to be quite sensitive, and we're happy that candidates have taken it very as an issue. And most of your colleagues have women as their deputies. So what is the agenda for the women?
What we have done as a coalition is that we are not looking as one woman to be representative of the whole population of about 25 million women. We have carried women along every program, the manifesto, the structure of government that is incoming is going to be structured in a way that our party leader is confident enough to commit to Kenyans that we can have the cabinet as women.
Finally, the people of Kenya, they know where, as a candidate, where I stand on matters women issues. My party, last election, 2017, we had 1,000 women candidates from all the political parties. This year, only the party that I lead had 1,000 women candidates, meaning that most women believe in our party and they believe in my candidature. You will be very surprised. We have 5 women governors who I am confident will win this election. And they have chosen to be in our party because they know we are sensitive to women issues. We have the most candidates in this election, in all categories, the most women candidates in this election. And our competitors, of course the main competitor, realized that we were way ahead on matters women. That's why they went for a woman running mate, to try and neutralize our women card that was at many levels. That's why she's saying they have a woman running mate. We have many women leaders in our rank and file. So, and it's for the people of Kenya to choose. If they want to vote matters women, they know where to vote. Yeah.
The election this year in Kenya is quite unique in so many ways. First, the 2 top candidates, I will put that way, are not running on individual parties. They are running on coalition of parties. And they are the deputy president and the president who appears to have bifurcated.
Correct.
In a way. So,
correct.
Both Kenyans and international watchers feel that it's a unique election. And considering the constitution, they have about 10, 12 years or so from what you said.
12 years.
Yes. So it's a test. And it's an election that you can say an incumbent president is not contesting, but incumbent deputy president is contesting. So it's quite unique. But both are interested. And we've been having conversations with a number of key stakeholders.
Yes.
But we cannot give recommendations and suggestions without listening to some of the top candidates. With you and Raila, which we met yesterday. We met two days ago. We thought we were going to meet two of you the same day, but your programs couldn't allow.
Upper Happy Gardens, it is becoming so beautiful. It's becoming a masterclass place. So tunasema, if you're really interested in getting property that is 4-star, come to Happy Gardens.
Yes.
Tumeweka kila kitu. Kwanza acha nikwambie tumeweka miti ya stima. Tumeweka transformer.
Yes.
Sasa inamaanisha stima iko. Number 2, tumefence kila mahali round with mesh link na concrete poles. That means the place is secure.
Yes.
Na after hiyo fence yote tumeweka gate kwanza 2, A na B.
Yes.
So meaning the place is secure.
Yes.
Number 3, we've done compacted maram roads. Hizi barabara ni zile zenye inyeshe isinyeshe ukuje na gari ina gani hawezi kwama. So it is a proper place for you to invest. Number 4, we have done the borehole. Maji iko.
Yes,
maji umeiona.
Yes,
alafu unaona kwa barabara huku kando tumeweka pipe inapitia kila plot. So ukikuja kazi yako tu ni kulipa connection fee. Then you get water in your plot. So hiyo ni kuonyesha kwamba hakuna siku utakosa maji katika hii property. Yes?
Yes.
Number 5, tumepanda miti. Miti along the streets.
Yes.
Na nikidhani umeona pahali tumepanda miti imefuata barabara.
Yes, ziko kando.
Yeah. Sasa tumepanda miti. We have something called greening in Optiven. Tunahimiza watu wapande miti. Tunajaribu kupunguza venye environment inakuwa destroyed. So we are planting trees. The fourth thing that we are going to do in this project, hiyo ndio kitu imebaki kwa hii project. Kitu moja tu. Solar street lighting.
Yes.
Na hiyo tunakuja kuweka. Tukisema tunaweka. Hata ukiingia huko ndani unapata tumechimba.
Yes.
Solar inakuja hapa. So ukiwa hapa usiku utadhani uko pale kuna jua pale. It is going to be well lit. Hasa unaweza tembea usiku na amani. Yes.